just say, you did it wrong, do it this way. Why? Never mind, just do it. And that has happened before. We also had a discussion about why Taiwan students don't give so much feedback. And I don't know if I told you, but one student said that she tried to ask her teacher questions. Did I tell you that story? She would ask in high school, she would ask her teacher questions, and the teacher said, 我们刚刚讲过了，你没有专心听吗？他说有，可是有些地方我还是不太懂。And so he yelled at the student for not paying attention. When that happens, what are the students going to do in the future? No one's going to ask questions. Now, this is one student. She wrote a really nice essay, which 我要她念给大家听, even though it was written in Chinese. I don't know if anybody has had somehow similar experiences to this. The teachers give you some kind of feedback that shows, I don't welcome your questions, just shut up and take notes. This is a serious problem. Teachers make mistakes. We make mistakes all the time. Every human being makes mistakes all the time. Students often know it, right? You often know it. And then if the teacher doesn't welcome feedback, what do? You don't give it. You just let it go and act like there's nothing wrong, right? So that ties together too with what's happening in the news and people not getting good training, people not being used to feedback, not checking their facts, and just putting things through the machine, running them through the machine and then not checking anything. This is something that really needs to be fixed. And I told my freshman English students, I said, you guys are responsible for thinking harder for all these people who do not want to think. Now that's kind of a heavy responsibility, but you guys are here because you're really smart and hardworking. And humans don't like to use their brains to think. We don't like to use our brains. We don't like to because it really is tiring to think, all of us. I mean, even those of us who've ended up at this really wonderful university, we still don't like to think too much because it's so tiring. If there's a way to do it easier, our brain will say, do it the easier way, I'm tired. That's the way brains work. Now this is already the top people in Taiwan. Now, 何况 the people who are not top, they're going to it's going to be much worse with them. They're not going to want to think so much, and they don't have the tools because they don't have the training, and they don't have the motivation. So, for those of you who have good brains and good training and lots of motivation, you're going to have to do more thinking for everybody because other people are going to be really lazy about thinking. You're going to have to take more responsibility for what happens in this society. I'm very serious about that. If you just shake your head and say, oh, 好丢人, how embarrassing, it's not enough, okay? So anyway, in this class, we're being very dashi. We're talking about trills, taps, and flaps, okay?